Video a while back, and the video was about if you're having a bad day, just get your dogs, just go out, but don't bother doing any training or anything. Obviously maintain the basics, that obviously not letting them drag you and making sure they're listening to you, but apart from that, just don't do anything. Just go out there and be with them, get in that fresh air, leave your phone indoors or put your phone on silent, and it completely changes. I do it all the time. If I'm having a bad day, I'll just get the dogs and I'll just go out for a walk.
See, I don't take my phone when I'm taking that.
Milo, come! Yes!
That's my son's like, oh shit, he's done really well and I ain't got my phone on me for homework.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Let's go back this way then, buddy boy. Yeah, no, it is a tricky one sometimes because you don't want to be disturbed. I mean, my phone goes off constantly.
Yeah, I expect yours does.
If it's not ringing, it's pinging. If it's not pinging, it's vibrating because I turned it on silent.
Yeah.
But of course, then again, I mean, got that little bit of conflict of interest because at the same time, I want my phone because I like to capture stuff. I mean, that's why we produce so many videos and stuff, is because I've always got my phone ready to capture stuff.
So perhaps I should just start taking it in this little bag.
Just put it on silent.
Fall out of here,
Yeah, just put it on silent.
What
or anything, but have it just in case you need it.
I fell out of my pocket one time. When I got in, I thought, oh shit, so I had to go all the way back out again, retrace some steps, but I did find it.
Milo, come here, bud. Milo, come. Yes. Right, just wait here a sec. Swap that over with this. See, break. Yeah, so, have you got it stuck on your face? You're such a donut dog.
You are an idiot.
Yeah. So, but obviously the homework, I said, this is why I get annoyed with people if they don't do the homework. Because to me, if you take your dog out every day, you've got time to do your homework. Because the homework I set for the best part isn't something that you can do when you're out on a walk.
Yeah.
So if you've got your phone with you, you can do it. So if you take your dog out every day, you've got time to do the homework.
Yeah.
It's not time-consuming homework. Yeah, granted, this week's exercise, the football pitch challenge for the guys in the class, is going to be a bugger.
Oh yeah, but I'll just send the best one in that I can
To be fair, that's one of the hardest homeworks I've actually set, is the football pitch challenge.
But he didn't get up and wander about. What happened was he got up and ate grass and then laid down again. But I thought he's still broke, hasn't he?
You're doing good. You know when he was holding his leg up, do you not think that maybe we was just being a bit silly and maybe he had his leg caught like that?
Oh, yeah, he's done.
Because when that's not between his legs, he,
Yeah, he's alright, yeah.
But look, you see how he's sort of acting like a bit of a girl?
He is a wuss. He's a wuss dog.
It's a happy dog though.
Oh, yeah.
This way. Good boy. The Staffie dash. Yeah. So obviously we decided we didn't want to go that way, so this is when you use your informal recall.
Yeah.
Which is basically, look buddy, we're going this way. Pay attention to which way we're going. And this is the thing that actually creates that attention. Because one of the things my dogs do, if they see something up in the distance that's tickled their fancy, they're always looking back. Or if they go too far in front of me, they'll stop and they're constantly looking back. See, look, he's constantly looking to see where we're going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he used to do that, but then
Dogs with shit recalls, they never look back.
9 times out of 10 he comes back. But there's that 10th time that he wanders and I go to call him and he thinks, no, I'm more interested in what's going on over here.
But that, like I said, that's the thing with dogs. Everybody wants to tell me that their dogs have got really good recalls, but there always seems to be a but or an until moment. Or the ones that have got perfect recalls that they can take their dogs anywhere, generally their dogs don't have drive. Which means if you can take your dog to the woods and it'll listen to you every single time, okay, and you haven't done any remote control training work or anything like that, generally your dog doesn't have a great deal of prey drive.
Wow.
Yeah? because dogs are predatory animals, which means they have a natural desire to
chase things.
Okay, but some dogs, their drive is stronger than others.
Yeah. I mean, like Millie, she used to chase birds.
But that could be the most rewarding thing in the world for Millie. So most dogs are a lot of dogs are toy motivated or food motivated to a point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for instance, right, Milo knows he's going to get fed every day around about the same time. So as much as he likes the food we've got in our treat pouch down here, right, there is going to come a time and a place where that is just.
No, I won't go sniffing them bushes.
Yeah.
I don't care if you've called me back. But that's why I just want this Ecollar to be a backup.
That's what it is. I mean, people have this misconception that we're electrocuting a dog, yeah? But all it is like a seatbelt, okay?
Yeah.
So basically, every time you go in a car, you put your seatbelt on, yeah? But how many times you actually use your seatbelt? I mean, did you need your seatbelt on today?
No.
But you still put it on, didn't you? Yeah, but it's not because you get a fine, it's a safety thing.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what the e-collar becomes. It becomes that seat belt. You put it on the dog, but when the dog's trained, you hardly ever need it. But it's there for those emergency situations. It's there for those moments in time where your dog just loses his mind a little bit. And look, we're on level 10. Ready? Pushing the button. Milo, come! Yes! He's not jumping in the air. He's not wincing. His tail's wagging. He's flying back. He's taking food.
And he's got all this freedom.
Yes.
And that's
all
what
it is
an
added little bit of safety.
To be able to run about.
There is a there is shitty e-collars in the market, but like all technology, it evolves.
Yeah.
And this is what I say, like freaking
Yeah,
the first phone I got, I couldn't be doing this. I couldn't be filming Milo through it. It didn't even it didn't have a camera. Didn't even have internet. I could play Snake. I could play Snake until I could play Snake until I. Alright. Good thing about that was the battery did last for fucking donkey's years, and you could drop it.
And it's still
but I couldn't run a business from it. No. Whereas I can not only recording all this right now, but I can run my entire business through my phone. I don't actually need a laptop. I can run my business through my phone, and I do. I run my entire business through my phone, from down to the videos that I upload, the videos I record, the phone calls, the emails, to running my pages. It's all through my phone.
With me and technology, because I sent that thing twice, didn't I? I've done it the first time, it disappeared, and I thought, I don't know where it's gone, so I better write out another one. That's why the wording was a bit different.
But technology evolves, right? And even though technology evolves, you still get good technology and bad technology.
Yeah.
Still to this day, you can go and buy a 30 quid phone. It will have a camera on it, it'll be shit.
Yes.
But you can buy a 30 quid phone, or you can buy an iPhone, which I believe is worth about 700 quid these days.
Yes.
Right? Although that's why everyone gets it on contract.
Oh, yes.
Right? And you can run your entire business through it. And it's the same with e-collars. This is what people, for some reason, we're intelligent. We're the most intelligent freaking animals on the planet. Yeah, we've got quite bums.
Now when you said treat our dogs now.
We do. But what people can't seem to get their head around, particularly the people that are against e-collars, what they can't get their head around is in technology you get good and bad, and technology evolves. So why is it so hard to believe that modern e-collars are different to cheap e-collars or old-fashioned e-collars? Because the e-collars the very first e-collar I ever felt, even on the lowest level, on level 1, and this thing had 100 levels, fuck me, right? Even on level 1 I was chucking the thing across the room. It was a proper static shock, like somebody has just ran on the spot and touched you. You got a belt, right? And I only used a vibration setting on that one. Yeah, no, but that's what my dog does. That's a sign of a dog that's with us. He's able to go off and explore, but we're not even having to give him much direction.
No.
Whereas before, Milo would be so worked up and all over the place.
Yeah.
But now he cares about where we are. This is exactly like watching Sammy. She'll go off, she'll do her own thing, she'll run through puddles, except Milo won't because he's a wuss.
Don't like it in his feet.
But waits for us. But yeah, so the old e-collars, I even got a video, I'll actually post it when I upload this video. Good e-collar versus bad e-collar, right? And shows you the difference. But the ones that we actually use are more like a TENS machine or an ab. So for instance, when I was younger, we were at a friend's house and he had one of these abs machines. You put these little pads on your stomach. And
that used to give you a right.
Yeah, so I described this as the technology is similar to that, just not as intense.
Yeah.
You can make it as intense because it's got variable adjustable levels, but 90% of the time all we're using is the low levels, and when we do use the higher levels because the dog is doing something that's dangerous or decide, oh crap balls, I know Linda, I'm following you, getting soaks over here, yeah, but when we do use the higher levels, because we do, right, and that's a small percentage of the time we use it as a correction or in an emergency situation, the dog already understands what that sensation means and knows how to turn it off. Yeah. So for instance, look, we want to go this way down there. Milo, this way. Push the button. He's now coming running to us. Yeah. But what I can't hear, which normally comes out of Milo constantly, is that whining, that getting himself worked up, that inability to think or process things. And again, it's another good thing about e-collars. It helps relax dogs because it's a language. It's so consistent. It's so precise. The fuck is this?
What's all this?
I think someone's cut down some trees.
Yeah, wood chipping and they dumped it. Yeah, she's got this tire track.
But builders, you can do things a certain way, but why not use power tools? And that's what an e-collar is. It's a power tool. Not every dog needs it.
It stops a lot of dogs from being put
if every single dog was e-collar trained, there would be far fewer incidences in this world. Dogs would stop going missing. Dogs would stop running away from their owners. If a dog, because that's why I use it for my little Roxy. She'd hear it out bang and she'd just bolt. Yeah. And I use it to interrupt that. And now she doesn't.
This might help with the fireworks night.
Yes.
Then. Put it on him. And when he does,
well, no, I don't think it's going to help you to that extent because obviously he's indoors. Yeah. If you was outside and a firework went off and he just went running for an exit, you could interrupt that because he'd understand what it is. But in terms of helping him with the fireworks indoors, it's not something that I'll be using.
He just goes on the table. Because one of yours goes in the bath, doesn't it?
Yeah. But no, her new spot is she goes under my daughter's bed. She's safe there, so I'll leave her there. That's where she feels safe. Sammy will go and lay down in her crate and Daisy will just lay on the sofa. She don't care. But look, he's got all this freedom to do whatever he wants. The only difference is we have absolute control of him. They didn't go around the bush, but we're not calling him every 30 seconds. But every time we are calling him with the e-collar. Yeah. Milo, come. Yes. What level? Excuse me. You're actually one of the people in my video that had it on their neck, testing it on their neck. You get a lot of people that go, oh, I'd like to see them put it on themselves. What levels did you get up to, Linda?
Not too bad. I think it's about 14, 15.
14, 15. So we're on 10.
Higher than that, actually.
Well, I'll have a look back at the video. I'll also upload that one.
I know Brad beat me.
Yeah, Brad got up to 40 before he started getting uncomfortable for him. That's what I mean. So that's 4 times higher than the level that we're actually going. Milo. Not bad.
But I want people to understand it's not
people that can't wrap their head around it are just simply closed-minded people.
I mean, I tried positive trainer.
But it's not that.
It bloody work.
No, but positive training does work to an extent. You need that side of the spectrum, right? To have a well-rounded, well-balanced dog, you need positive reinforcement, right?
Yeah.
Because, and just like you learning in life, children learning in life, you need positive reinforcement. But that's just one spectrum, okay? And all positive reinforcement is to add a behaviour, okay? Or to teach a behaviour, yeah?
Yeah.
So you add something to increase the desired behaviour, yeah?
Yeah.
So he sits, you give him a food, he's more likely to sit, yeah?
Yeah.
right? But all it is to teach and to add, right? It doesn't remove behaviours. That's where people go wrong. Positive reinforcement doesn't remove behaviours, because all it does is add behaviours. Okay? So that's where punishment comes into it, either positive or negative punishment. Yeah. Right? Because punishment is to decrease. Okay? Positive is to add, negative is to remove. Yeah? And punishment is to decrease. So you're either adding something to decrease a behaviour, or you're removing something to decrease a behaviour.
You look so happy.
You got yourself all tangled up, there we go. So, yeah, so you need positive reinforcement, absolutely. But that's not enough to have a well-rounded dog, because all you're doing is adding and teaching behaviours. You're not removing any existing behaviours the dog may have. But this is what I mean. If people can't actually watch the video for what it is, if they can't actually see a dog going around. No, but this is what I mean. We've got a dog that's paying attention to us. He's getting tired now. But we've got a dog that's paying attention to us. We've got a dog that's actively being able to run off and do his own thing, but listening to us. He's not a dog that's shutting down. He's not a dog that's screaming or yelping. We're going to put him to the test right now because we've got a dog in front of us. And this is where Milo would normally blow you off. He hasn't seen it yet. He hasn't seen it yet. There he is. Milo, this way. Yeah, that's where he would normally blow you off. But this is what I say. If we didn't be using his e-collar,
he could have just ignored me then and gone running.
well, it's not that. The reason we use his e-collar, this is where people go wrong. A lot of people say, but there's nothing going on, so the dog will listen to you, so what's the point? Yeah, he will. But if I never get him used to the e-collar or teach him the language of the e-collar, when I actually need it for those emergency situations, he's not going to know what the fuck's going on. But because we've been working with him through the e-collar, because you spent the last 2 weeks conditioning him every single day what it means, when we push that, he knows exactly what it is and how to turn it off. So we can use it around things he would normally blow you off.
Yeah.
And this is where you normally go, Milo, 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 Milo!
And then I panic.
Yeah. And as a result, you don't let him off the lead because he's friendly, but he's not a big bully. He's fucking, but he's a bully in a china shop.
Yes. And
he's a big stocky tank. Right, let's take you back, Milo. Right, this way. Good boy. So I pushed it then.
Yeah.
I went this way and he continued to move that way, tapped the button, and he instantly followed in my direction.